Hello and welcome back. So it's time for another Shop My Stash makeup basket video. I am pretty excited because actually the last one you saw was 2 weeks ago, but that was pre-filmed, so I haven't actually had a Shop My Stash in a few weeks. I took a break from it, which is kind of okay to do as well. So first I will be recapping the products from last time, and then in the second half I will pick out new products. And since then I've also rearranged my makeup collection a little bit, which you'll kind of see, but I'll do that in a future collection video actually. So anyway, if you are interested, I have a whole Shop My Stash playlist, so let's get into the recap. I had a lipstick, and that was this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is my newest lipstick in Bitch Perfect. I got it at the VIB sale, and I've talked about this in a few videos already. It's just a peachy nude, and I did do a full face of my most expensive makeup where I put this on, and I really like the color, but honestly this formula is a little bit drying. I do think that does make it more along wearing, which is good. But for the most part, I really don't think that this is worth $34. I have lipsticks from ColourPop I like better. I know, that's pretty crazy, but I do like it, but I just really don't think it is worth the price tag. But the color is pretty, so that is why I kept it. For a bronzer, I had this Anastasia bronzer in the color Rich Amber. And here it is. I gotta say, I kind of have mixed feelings on this because I love the color. I don't know, something about this amber undertone looks really good on my skin color. However, it is a little harder to blend than some of my other bronzers. It is very, very pigmented, so you have to go very carefully, blend it a lot, and use only a small amount at a time. So I still really enjoyed it and I like it, but I don't know that it's my favorite bronzer ever. Also, I will be doing a ranking my bronzers video. I don't know if that is up at this point yet, but if not, it should be up in the next week. And for blush, I had this Too Faced blush in Baby Love. I really like this. I gotta say, this may be one of my favorite blushes in my whole collection. It's just like a pinky nude type color, but it blends so easily. And because it's a more neutral blush, I feel like it goes with any eye look I could ever do. And I gotta say, this packaging is really adorable. I really like this blush. Only complaint about the packaging is that like the gold kind of has chipped off, but that's really not that big of a deal. I really like it, and this is one of my favorite blushes. Onto the highlighter. I had this Elsie highlighter. This is called Pearly Glaze. And this I liked. I talked about this in my ranking highlighters video. It's nice. It's a pretty like light pearly color. It is very finely milled, so the formula is quite nice. I mean, it works well for my skin tone. I really like it. Is it worth 30 something dollars? I'm not sure. I mean, the packaging is pretty and super shiny. I don't know. I would say I really like this, but it's not in my favorite highlighters ever, but I do enjoy it, and the color does work very well for me. Last up was the eyeshadow palette, and that is the Bad Habit Artistry palette. Sadly, they don't make this anymore, and I've heard a lot of people say that Bad Habit is now Alter Ego because they have similar dupe palettes. And yeah, they have a bunch for Natasha Denona palettes, but they don't have this one. That's unfortunate because I think this palette is so crazy good. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. I did have the original Mario palette and I accidentally destroyed it, so having this made me so happy, and having used both, I can say that the quality is just as good. It's kind of shocking. I mean, I think this palette was only $10, and I really like it. So I did a few neutral looks with this and I combined it with other palettes, but yeah, I think it is a really nice soft formula, and I am curious to try Alter Ego. I've heard really good reviews actually of some of their dupe palettes. A lot of people have mixed feelings on dupe palettes, and I feel like if it's for something that is super expensive or unobtainable for a lot of people, I think it's okay because, well, first of all, this palette doesn't even exist anymore. So it's not like they're taking money away from Anastasia. Anyway, I'm not totally sure. I am curious to try Alter Ego though. I've heard good things. If you've tried it, let us know, but I really enjoyed this palette. That is it for the recap. I gotta say, I really enjoyed most of these products. The Anastasia bronzer, I'm a little iffy on, honestly, but That is okay. I still like it. So let's get into picking some new products.
I'm going to start with the bronzer drawer, and I did rearrange my makeup collection, so I'm going to do an updated collection and storage video in a little while, but I'm not sure what bronzer I want to use actually. So I gotta say this MAC one is something I never use, this contour here, and I don't like that one, but that's a possibility, but I can't use it as a bronzer. I think I'm going to go with this Morphe bronzer in Icon because I know I haven't used it in quite a few months. Right, it's time for the blush drawer. I love this Ofra one. This is one of my favorites ever, but I've used it quite a bit. This Burt's Bees one I'm actually wearing today, and I really liked it, but I feel like it only goes with warm eyeshadow looks because it's so warm. Okay, now here's something I don't think I've used since like early summer, sadly. This Becca Chloe palette. I think I want to go with this. I decided to skip over highlighter because I think I want to use the highlighter in the Becca palette. So we're on to eyeshadows, and there's definitely a few palettes I've thought about that I have not used in a while. One is the BH Royal Affair. This seems really good for fall type colors. Also, another option is this e.l.f. one. I have not used this in a really long time. That's a possibility. Another one that I had in a Shop My Stash earlier this year, but sadly have not used it since then, was this Makeup Geek palette too. I think I want to go with the Royal Affair just because I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
On to the lip drawer. I do want to pick a lipstick, and I think overall I'm only going to pick 4 items this time. Let's see here. Gosh, I don't know. MAC Velvet Teddy. Haven't used this in some time, but I do like it. Another good one I haven't used is 1995 by Urban Decay. It's actually 1993. I always call it 1995. I have no idea why. Actually, I decided to go with this instead. This is, what is it called? Hey Girl by the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors collection. This was in a Shop My Stash earlier this year, and I was not super enthused with it, so I thought I would try it again. Alrighty, so that is it for my Shop My Stash. If you are interested, check out my Shop My Stash playlist, and thank you for watching.